Zack Snyder's Justice League, aka The Snyder Cut, is an upcoming movie in the DC Extended Universe series based on the iconic characters from DC Comics. It is the alternate cut of 2017's Justice League movie that was heavily rewritten, re-edited, and reshot. After the negative reviews of 2016's Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, Warner Brothers ordered Zack Snyder to add a lighter tone with more comedy for the superhero team-up, more akin to the Avengers movies.
Like brunch. Like, what is brunch? You wait in line for an hour for essentially lunch. I mean, I don't know.
These comedic lines were written by comic book writer Jeff Johns, who is known for Flashpoint and many Green Lantern storylines. The movie began shooting in late 2016. Snyder proceeded to film both his darker, scarier, and more serious version of the script, back to back with the lighter version. Therefore, many scenes have alternate takes from each script. Both were fully filmed, the 3.5-hour Snyder Cut and the compromised 2-hour Jeff Johns involved rewrite. Unfortunately, in early 2017, Snyder suffered a family tragedy and left the project during post-production. This is when Warner Brothers took advantage and hired Avengers director Joss Whedon, claiming that he would only helm the reshoots and add some comedy, whilst respecting the tone that Snyder had already established in Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, when in reality Whedon wrote a new script and basically filmed another movie over the course of a few months. This version is the one released in theatres on November 17th, 2017, now known as Justice League.
Yeah. Oh, something is definitely bleeding.
Upon viewing the movie, many fans realised that the reshoots were much more drastic than anticipated. Despite having an estimated budget of $300 million, the movie looks incredibly cheap, almost like a made-for-TV movie. The green screen was obvious, the CGI was terrible, and Superman's face was horrific, as Henry Cavill was filming Mission Impossible Fallout and had grown a mustache for the role. Therefore, in Justice League, he had to have the mustache CGI'd off, and it did not work out well.
You're all too weak to see the truth.
Well, I believe in truth. But I'm also a big fan of
justice.
The critical and audience response was highly negative, and the movie was the biggest box office bomb of the franchise, making only $230 million in the US and Canada, with a worldwide total of $660 million. Many fans felt betrayed by the studio, as they enjoyed the darker tone from Batman v Superman as a good contrast to the MCU. On November 21st, just 4 days after the theatrical release, Twitter user Movies That Matter with the Viking sent the first tweet exclaiming #release the Snyder Cut. That tweet sparked a 2.5-year-long campaign. Thousands of fans were trying to get the attention of Warner Brothers with the hashtag, and this fire was fueled once the cast and crew members of the original production began revealing information about Snyder's cut. Aquaman actor Jason Momoa began speaking out about the Snyder Cut during interviews for the Aquaman movie, claiming it should be released.
On that, like, do you want to see a different version eventually at some point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Stunt actors posted pictures of themselves on set filming scenes that were cut from the original movie, such as a fight between Atlantean guards and Steppenwolf with his parademons. According to one of the performers, the scene was deemed too graphic to be included. Concept artists released images of a more demonic-looking Steppenwolf, who was first seen in the extended cut of Batman v Superman, and perhaps the biggest reveal of all, Darkseid was to make an appearance in the movie. He was going to be leading the Apocalyptian army to Earth to find the anti-life equation. Then they were going to fight the heroes of Earth, which consist of humans, Greek gods, Amazons, Atlanteans, with possible appearances from Green Lanterns, Thanagarians, and maybe even Supergirl. In the theatrical version, Darkseid is replaced with Steppenwolf, and the scene is about 15 minutes shorter than originally intended. The want for the Snyder Cut blew up once the man himself, Zack Snyder, released black and white images from his cut of the film. These images consisted of new characters like Iris West, scenes that show Cyborg and the Flash's backstory, more Darkseid, and the confirmation that Superman would wear the iconic black suit after being resurrected. Fans started donating to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and over the 2 years raised a total of $150,000. Much of that money was raised by the release of limited edition shirts specially made for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Many people who hate Snyder's DC films were constantly trying to dishearten fans by stating the so-called Snyder Cut does not exist, or if it does, it will never be released. On November 17th, 2019, on the second anniversary of Justice League, #release the Snyder Cut was trending on Twitter and became headline news. The Justice League reformed, with Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa and Ray Fisher all tweeting the hashtag with a new image from the cut. This was the biggest push for the cut, and it was rumoured that this time Warner Brothers were watching. In December 2019, Snyder confirmed what we already knew, as he posted an image of the film reels of his cut with the caption, "Does it exist? Of course it does." On March 25th, 2020, Zack Snyder live-streamed himself giving a director's commentary of Batman v Superman for its 4th anniversary. He mainly focused on the movie, but gave a couple of hints toward the future of this story and its characters. The stream ended with Snyder teasing,
"You know what? I think they should make a sequel to this movie someday. That would be amazing. That would really be something else. Yeah, I want to know what happens to these guys. I mean, don't they eventually, I don't know, form some..."
It was only a matter of time, and there was no turning back now. Warner Brothers teamed up with HBO to create a brand new streaming service called HBO Max, and rumours begun to spread that this was where the Snyder Cut would be released. To gain subscribers, the service would need a big selling point, something to attract people to buy it. Could the Snyder Cut be that selling point? The day was May 20th. Zack Snyder was doing another director's commentary stream for Man of Steel for its 7th anniversary. Once the movie was over, he began a Q&A with a special guest, Superman himself, Henry Cavill. The Q&A took place over a Zoom call, and some fans were invited on to talk, and the inevitable question was asked.
When will you release the Snyder Cut?
There it is.
When Snyder answered, he seemed to be beating around the bush as to not disappoint fans too much, until he asked Cavill what he thought, to which he answered,
"I reckon you should show it.
What's that?
I reckon you should show it."
What, you think I should just show it?
Snyder obviously agreed with him and replied,
"I can't show the movie right now, because it's still a little bit to do. But I mean, there is this. I have this. I don't know if this is helpful."
He turned his camera to reveal a black and white version of the first image of the Justice League from 2016 Comic-Con, with the caption, "Zack Snyder's Justice League, HBO Max 2021. It was official, the Snyder Cut is going to be released."
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us. Not us united.
Once the film was announced, new details were revealed. It is now 4 hours long, not 3.5, as Snyder was given a budget to film additional scenes and to finish the CGI on previously shot scenes that were to be cut from the 3.5-hour version. The original scary Steppenwolf design and Darkseid will be added back into the movie, and Jared Leto is back as the Joker, reprising his role from 2016 Suicide Squad for an appearance in the Nightmare Future scenes. During DC's fandom event, the first trailer was released, which was almost entirely never-before-seen footage, and any reused footage was heavily altered to fit Snyder's tone and style. This trailer shows just how incredibly different this version and the theatrical version are, and any doubts that it would just be a longer version of the theatrical cut were promptly put to rest. As of recording, there is no official release date yet, but Snyder has basically confirmed it will be sometime in March, with speculation saying March 25th, which would coincide with Batman v Superman's 5th anniversary. What are your thoughts on the Snyder Cut? Are you excited for it? And what do you think of this crazy situation that occurred? Thank you for watching, and have a good one.